personal credit lines versus personal loans. What's the difference? We're talking about some interesting stuff about trade lines today. That's right. I wanted to get this information out to you about lines of credit, credit lines, trade lines, right? I guess I could have put trade lines on the title there, and perhaps I will have to. So, people are more inclined to. Actually, matter of fact, I'm gonna do that right now. This is, this is a trade line that may be available to you. Personal lines, personal line of credit versus personal loan trade lines. We're talking about business credit, removing hard inquiries, all these good things. Okay. So personal line of credit, something I want to talk to you about. It's very intriguing. And I know people are saying, hey, I got good credit. I want to start utilizing my credit. Yeah. How can I utilize my credit? What line of credit versus a personal loan? So first and foremost, personal loan, a more traditional loan, they give you a lump sum of funds, right? So at the origination of the loan, whatever date that might be, they give you a lump sum, typically for something. Now it can be personal, right? It could be, hey, I have a loan on a lifestyle loan and I want to do some vacation with it or remodel the home, or maybe a loan could be for a car or a mortgage. Okay, so you're getting a loan, a lump sum of funds, usually a fixed monthly payment, usually a fixed interest rate in certain terms. You're going to pay it back over a year, 5 years, 30 years for mortgage, right? So you've got different loan terms, okay? And of course, personal loan is a little different than mortgage loan or car loan, right? They're classified as different. But I'm just trying to kind of break down what a loan is as opposed to a line of credit, okay? Now, a line of credit, right? You could have a credit card or a charge card, but a personal line of credit allows you, the borrower, to draw on the loan multiple times, offering the ability to draw on funds available once the principal on the funds drawn is repaid. Okay. So a line of credit generally offers longer term options, potentially higher loan limits, right? Higher loan and credit lines for those looking to maybe fund life events, larger purchases. Hey, maybe you've got some college, some education, you want to refinance something, you're looking to maybe pay for some health procedures, dental procedures, plan for your family's future, fund minor home improvements, buy or refinance a car, pay maybe some liabilities that you have that fall under their use of terms. Okay. This credit generally offers longer term options, higher loan limits potentially, depending, of course, on your credit. Okay. So if this is the case, if you have a line of credit, is it reported? How is it reported to the credit bureaus, right? Happy Saturday, credit fam. Aisha K says, hey, thank you so much. And I got some questions here. I'm definitely going to put my email address in here as well. If you all have questions and I get to talk and I get to go, and you can also email me. I want to make sure I get this out there. Okay. Yes, Christopher, they may report without ever potentially sending you information. This is the type of stuff that happens. So a creditor puts something in collections and it's on the report, and they didn't necessarily send you some type of dunning letter. Not every individual company that is looking to do collections has it sent to a third-party collector or sends a dunning letter or something like that. But you can dispute these collections and these charge-offs and these repossessions, bankruptcy, whatever you have, these unverified accounts, with the dispute letters. So you can send your collection validation letter directly to and you can send your letters to the bureaus as well at the same time. Okay. So get that out of there. Get your credit score up so you can get this line of credit. So the line of credit is reported to your credit report as available credit, but you're not necessarily utilizing it all. Okay. And that's what can help your credit utilization, keep your credit utilization down. Okay. Now I've been looking at a bank here. You might want to take a look and see if it works for you. First Republic Bank has some lines of credit. I'm not saying it's right for you or not, or what your credit score is, or good or bad or whatever, but they have personal lines of credit and personal loans. The personal line of credit, okay, that we've talked about, amount between 60,000 and 350,000 available lines of credit. Of course, okay, it depends on your needs and your ability to pay back and your credit score and this kind of stuff. But could you imagine a line of credit available to you on your credit reports for 60K, 80K, 100K, $350,000 of available credit, and you're not using any of it right away, or you use just a little bit of it? I mean, that's going to be massive for your credit utilization. Now, of course, again, terms. What are the terms? What is the average? So it says 10 years on average terms. You can borrow up to the limit for a specific amount of time, often a number of years. Okay. Maybe fees for annual maintenance transactions, of course, late payments. Okay. And there might be a monthly minimum payment once you start and draw the funds. Okay. There's also other terms and conditions you want to take a look at, and what your credit score, your ability to pay, and what it can be used for. Okay. A lender may provide you special checks that you can write against a line of credit or a card that works like a credit card. Some lenders may have physical branch locations where you can withdraw the funds in the form of cash. This is a line of credit that could be available to you if your credit score is solid enough and you have the ability to pay and all that kind of stuff. Okay. Now, why would you use that? Now I'm looking at interest rates of this personal line of credit for First Republic. And right now they're advertising, of course, everybody's different. You never know. But right now, annual percentage rate with discounts, 2.25% to 3.5% APR fixed. Okay. Different terms, different abilities there to pay. But that is the type of stuff that wealthy people sometimes utilize. Hey, you know what, Brandon? I've got good credit. I got my credit squared away. I'm purchasing assets like stocks, right? Real estate. I'm not trying to use up all my cash. At 2.25% or 3.5%, I know my assets are going to outpace my interest payments. So I'm going to use my cash for my assets. I'm going to use and again, this is not financial advice. This is just something I'm looking into that potentially may help people or myself. This is just an opinion, infotainment, if you will. And you can do your own research and see what works for you, right? Not financial advice. But hey, now I've got good credit. Now I can get myself a line of credit. This is the type of stuff you can do with good credit. This is the type of stuff we haven't quite delved into yet, but this is the type of stuff you can do. Hey, I've got a personal line of credit. I've got a lot of available credit. I'm not using all of it. Boosting my score. I can utilize it from time to time to purchase things that I want to use my cash to maybe purchase assets. Some people want to get into business and they're saying, hey, look, sometimes you got to have that startup capital. And yes, I can get business funding and I can have business loans. And maybe I could pay myself a salary from these, things that have been distributed into my business. But perhaps I also want to have some personal assets like a home, like a car, these things, stocks, whatever investment you might have. And I'm going to utilize some of this line of credit for other expenses. And I know my assets and my business are going to outpace the interest of the credit line significantly, right? And of course, you can talk to your financial advisor, you can look at your own things, but this is the type of stuff you can do when you have good credit. And we can talk about a little bit more about this as well, because yes, there are some banks that are doing lines of credit. First Republic is doing lines of credit. And of course, the subject to change, and you want to make sure that, you're seeing this at a time. But right now on their website, they have different loan sizes, personal line of credit, 60,000 to 350,000. And there's another bank that might have a line of credit that might be useful to you, City National Bank. And of course, you want to do your own research and check on the reviews and things. I'm just showing you what might be available. But they say lines of credit that potentially borrow the money you need, repay it, and borrow it again with a revolving line of credit, borrow up to, and it has an asterisk. There's terms, there's certain subject to credit approval, borrow up to $1 million. Secured lines of credit may allow for higher credit lines. Okay. So maybe not all of it is unsecured, but you have the opportunity to get bigger lines of credit when they're personal lines of credit, potentially 50K, 100K, 350K, half a million, a million, depending, again, depends on your situation, what you might need, and that kind of stuff. Okay. Business lines of credit you could potentially get in the same regard. Different banks, different things in terms, different terms on what they're looking for. What is the bank looking for? The revenue and what the business is doing and their industry and all of these different things that they might be looking at. And you say, okay, well, let me use some of my business funding. Maybe I can use a little bit of my personal funding and I can get to where I need to get to because my business and my assets are going to outpace these 2%, 3% loans, right? These are just things to consider. If you're working on your credit now and you want to get your credit squared away and you're excited about this and you're like, man, this sounds like this might be helpful to me. You want to dispute negative, nasty, erroneous items, 609creditrepair.com. We can do the work with the awesomelifegroup.com. And again, not financial advice. You want to make sure this works for you and your situation, but absolutely. Okay. Wow. Ms. Devon. Thank you for leaving this awesome chat and this review. Hey, Brandon, loving the work the Awesome Life Group is doing with my credit. Nasty Ronies are getting deleted and the communication is phenomenal. Had been 1 month so far. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. We pride ourselves on our ability to help our clients get to the other side. And yes, the communication and making sure that the communication is very, very good. It's paramount. As you know, I'm here on the weekends. You can email me. You can talk to me on the live streams. The communication is fantastic. Be part of the Awesome Life Group, the Awesome Life Group LLC. We've got fantastic work for you. Okay. David E says, hey, another milestone with my FICO, part of the tribe here. All my scores are officially over 800. Thank you, Brandon. This has been valuable education. Won the other side for the next chapter. Awesome. That's fantastic. This is the type of stuff you can do. David E, repairing the credit, getting an 800 credit score. Who knows? Maybe puts that credit score to get, whatever it is they're looking for, right? Homes, lines of credit, business credit, car, career, whatever it is. All right. Ms. Kaya A. Hey, Brandon. Looks like disputed the student loan letters and it works. Use the student loan stuff, use the letters and it worked. That's great. Ms. Kaya A. So that's fantastic. Came off your credit reports. Yes. Let the tribe know. Got these negative, nasty, erroneous, unverified student loans off the credit report. That's fantastic. It's fantastic. All right. So I had another individual who wrote in recently. Okay. And they were talking about their medical stuff. Okay. And how you can remove medical collections. Okay. And this person's medical collection, we just talked about this recently. But I wanted to make sure that if your things are not reporting, you could dispute them, with the collection validation letter. This individual says, hey, I wanted to thank you for your response. I was a little confused because my medical collection is not reporting to my credit reports, okay? They did send a letter. They sent me a letter that's saying if I don't respond, they're just going to assume the debt is mine and all this stuff, okay? Now, this person sent a collection validation letter. You can do that. You can send collection validation letters to them, okay, to respond to these dunning letters. And they basically said, well, we're going to send you back all this information that has your medical information on it and CPT codes and all this stuff. And we're going to utilize this and say it's quote unquote valid, verified and validated, okay? No contracts, nothing signed or anything, just some medical records that we think are yours and we think that this is what you need to pay and all this stuff. Well, this individual believes this is a HIPAA violation. And they're like, hey, I think this is a HIPAA violation. I need to send my HIPAA letters into the bureaus. And I need to send these HIPAA violation letters to the collectors. And I need to, complain to CFPB and all this stuff. Is this something that you can do now? It's not on the reports. Or is this something that, I have to, yes, you can do this now. Credit repair starts now. So it's not on the bureaus, but you can send your stuff to the collectors. You can complain to CFPB. They're trying to utilize this stuff, thinking that you won't know, thinking that they can get over and they can get over on this, and that you don't know your rights. But you do. You do know your rights here. This is why you stay here. This is why you're on this channel. This is why you hit the subscribe, try button, and that bell for notifications. And I appreciate you all for being here. Now, this is interesting. I should have asked, and I usually ask, but can everybody hear me okay? Just want to make sure that everybody can hear me okay. So I want to make sure that I got my mic. Is my mic? Great. My mic's for you. All right. Good. So, T. Lucas asks, hey, is there a line of credit, flexible, probably revolving credit, right, that doesn't do a hard inquiry? Okay. So if it's an unsecured line of credit, okay, Drum, get the mic. That's right. Get the mic, Drum, get that mic. Want to make sure that we've got this. So typically, when you are doing an unsecured line of credit, meaning you don't have to put a deposit or into a certificate of deposit, you don't have to put money into it, then someone said, Jerome, stop shaking the carrot. Jerome, stop shaking the, hey. Typically, unsecured, they have to do a hard inquiry because they need to look at your stuff. And usually they're not usually doing a soft inquiry, which they, see why they couldn't, right? But they usually are doing a hard inquiry. Okay? If you are doing more secure stuff, you may be able to do that. Okay. Stuff like real out there things that not doing a hard pull might have, high interest rates. Those may be like those payday loan type things. Those might be a little bit more that you may not even be looking for, right? Because you're looking, hey, I'm looking for something that's a Now, there are a couple things out there that might be something you're looking for where you're like, okay, well, I can get a line of credit and there's no hard inquiry. But like I said, the interest rates might be a little higher. Okay. And you could take a look. I'm not really sure about these right now because I'm looking at some of these interest rates. And I'm like, these are pretty high. Has anyone, I'm going to double check on this one. Has anyone used One Main Financial? Because they do have some stuff here that has lending, but it's more of a loan. It's not flexible, right? So we were talking about flexible credit lines, and it doesn't seem like there's a lot of flexible stuff that doesn't do a hard inquiry. You might be able to get some harder, more traditional loans with soft inquiries, but is there any flexible lines of credit that don't do hard inquiries? That are unsecured. That's very challenging. Yeah. But look, if your credit score is solid and you put it to work, one hard inquiry, that's not gonna be massive. I mean, that was my thing. I was like, I gotta apply, and it was worth it. So it depends on you and your situation, of course. I don't want to, say what's right for you and your situation. All right. Yes. Yes. Ms. Kaya. All right. You're working on a dismissed bankruptcy. But of course, they don't have an account number. What they do has the docket number, the file number. Yes, you can use the docket number. Correct. That is what you use. Yes. And Ms. Kaya A, let us know you got your student loans removed from your credit reports as well, right? That's what you were saying. Um, you'll, C, Leia. Okay, is that hypothetical? Can you have this? And you say, can an account be removed from the credit report, but still can't get approved for your mortgage with that creditor? Is that what you're saying? Is that hypothetical? Is that what's actually happening? Because you're trying to get approved for mortgage through that same lender, but they have a charge off in their system, but you've had it removed from your credit reports. Is that what you're saying actually happened? Because if that actually happened, if you have charge off removed, deleted, collections deleted, your credit score is looking good, you could potentially get a mortgage at another lender. If these guys are playing games and they're trying to, they couldn't even verify it and it was removed from your credit reports, right? And deleted. They couldn't verify it, but they want to try to pretend. Yeah, I just wanted to know if that was happening to you. Because if that's the case, you find somebody else. Find the people that want to work with you, right? All right, let's see here. Yes. So, something I want to talk about here. So, SageStream, if you go to SageStream's website, it's part of LexisNexis Risk Solutions now. Okay. SageStream LLC is now part of LexisNexis Risk Solutions. Okay. Requests for consumer reports and security freezes will be processed through LexisNexis. SageStream is a consumer reporting agency that is regulated by the Fair Credit Reporting Act and is part of LexisNexis. SageStream provides consumer reports and credit scores to different types of companies, including credit card issuers, retailers, wireless telephone service providers, and so forth and so on. Just want to let you know, SageStream is now part of LexisNexis, okay? And you can get your reports and you can do all your stuff that you need to do through LexisNexis. And this is one of the reasons I say, get that LexisNexis report. More and more stuff is starting to utilize it, all right? Yep, David Eve agrees. So fine, you can find another lender, Celia, if that's the case. All right. And look, if people giving you a hard time, you can always email me if you need more help after this. I know sometimes people don't want to put all their stuff out there, and you know. Huh, that's interesting. Let's talk about life, love, happiness, money. Good. It says, I have an open account on my credit report from 2018, but it's for an auto loan that I did not take out. They continue to report this late, but you didn't take this out. Okay. So let's talk. Is your handle here? You didn't take this out. Is that correct? So if you didn't, right, and you want to complain to the CFPB and dispute this immediately and say, hey, if that's the case, and if you're saying I didn't take it out, this is not mine. I didn't take this out. And whoever did, you may want to, go through the process of recovering any identity theft stuff you might have. I hope no one took it out in your name. If they did, doesn't have your stuff. Maybe it was just a mistake, right? So hopefully somebody didn't take stuff out in your name. It was just a mistake, and somebody messed up somewhere along the line or something like that, but and something got pushed onto your stuff, but that's definitely that's definitely safe. That's okay. Huh, that's weird. That's very unfortunate because you should be able to know, they should be able to know, right? Both of you should know who did this, who signed this, who took care that they have some junk that they may not know is what you're saying, and you need to figure this out. It's not okay. It's not all right, right? If you're saying, "Oh, this auto loan was taken out, I didn't take it out. I don't have a car. What is going on?" This is the type of stuff we're talking about. This type of inaccurate stuff. This type of junk on there. Okay. Yeah, that's what I said. Exactly why no repossession, because there's no vehicle. Somehow I got this car note in my name from somebody pulling this stuff out. Okay. Why is it still open? What is going on? Yeah. Yeah. Um, yeah, that might be an ID theft situation and whatnot. That's very unfortunate. I'm sorry. PB, thank you very much for the super chat. If you have a question, please feel free. I don't know if you had a question. I might have missed it. I'm looking back through PB. David E, yes. Interested in business line. Yes. Yes, business credit. We've got algbusinesscredits.com. Matter of fact, we just had a couple of people recently come through. A couple of people got funding. And we're expanding that more out. I will be talking more about that in the coming weeks. We just had to take care of some of these, you know, how things were last year, this unprecedented situation. It was, challenging. It's still challenging, and things are starting to open up, and people are starting to do better. But it can take a lot of time and energy and stuff like that. So we are doing more business credit coming up soon. All right. All right. Let's see. Did we talk about this yet? I don't think we have. Okay. Credit score is all good except for the inquiries. Okay. I think I got 9 inquiries that's holding my score down. What do I do? Okay. So you can dispute these non-account holding inquiries. Okay. Non-account holding inquiries, you can dispute with the bureaus, you can dispute with the companies that put these inquiries on there. Okay. We've got those letters, the special hard inquiry letters. It's specific section 604 of the Fair Credit Reporting Act. They have to provide permissible purpose that you, in fact, initiated and that there was a hard inquiry for a credit offer and that you initiated it. And they have to be able to substantiate that and prove that, just as if they were to hold on to these negative, nasty, erroneous, unverified items as unverified, inaccurate, non-account holding hard inquiries. But there's very specific letters because we've got specific acts of the Fair Credit Reporting Act, like Section 604. Now, if you're looking for that, if you want to get that, 609creditrepair.com, okay? Get that Beyond Committed package, or we can do the work for you at theawesomelifegroup.com, okay? And I appreciate everybody being here on the weekend on Saturday, watching the live stream, asking the questions, okay? Appreciate everybody who's a part of the tribe. Appreciate everybody who's hitting the subscribe tribe button, the bell for notification. I appreciate you for watching. If you're not part of the tribe and you're not hitting, and not part of the subscribe tribe yet, and you're watching the videos, and you're enjoying it, I appreciate you too. I love you all so very, very much, and I want you to know that we're here to help you get to the other side. Let me put my email address here again to make sure you have it. If you have further questions, comments, concerns, I'll help you get to the other side. Believe me, email me. I'm up early. All right. You can tell. No sleep. All right. No, I'll get some sleep. But I'm up early, getting through the emails, staying up late, doing the emails, helping people get to the other side. Please give the video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe, try button. And until I see you in person, I will see you on the other side. Take care.